Now this actually reminds me of my favourite still game quote. You might even know it yourself. It's when Jack and Victor sitting in the pub and they win the quiz and they just get up and they go, "Get it right up, yeah." No idea why I wanted to share that. No reason at all. To today's video then, shall we?
Glorious. No, I won't give in till I'm victorious.
Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back with another brand new video. Today's video we're here to discuss Aberdeen versus Rangers. I mean, this game is never dull, but this one was just on a different level. It had moments of brilliance, moments of skill, moments of madness. Morelos, McKenna. I mean, it had 7 minutes extra added on at the end of the game with a last minute goal silencing the Lambs. So as you can imagine, the hell of a lot of content. I don't need to stretch this one out. So without any further ado, let's dive right into it, shall we? 3, 2, 1. Aberdeen 2, Rangers 4. Now that was the final score. Now, as always, most scorelines don't actually tell the game, but this game especially because, as mentioned in the intro, it had everything. It was an exhausting game of football. I mean, I've torn my hair out, gave myself a haircut just for watching those 7 extra minutes. But let's start off with the very first goal then, shall we? And it came from the man of the moment who's probably going to be trending for the next couple of days. He is the top goal scorer in the SPFL and his name is Alfredo Morelos. He shows all the skill and just pretty much what makes him a fantastic forward, being in the right place at the right time. But before we actually talk about the finish, we need to talk about how the goal was actually created, and it was created by none other than Ryan Kent. I'm just running out of words to say to this guy. He is by far the best attacking player in Scottish football. I mean, the most exciting as well. He's just absolutely fantastic. Every single time he gets the ball, you're expecting something to happen. And he gets it, runs in the middle of the field, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't matter how many Aberdeen players were near him. He skips by them all, runs into the box, hits a fierce shot, which Joe Lewis, again, always making good saves, palms it towards the sort of right-hand side of the goal. Alfredo Morelos beats the defender, showing his quick instincts and great movement as well to smash it into the back of the net. It wasn't necessarily the easiest finish, but he certainly showed he's got a bit of composure in front of goal, especially in front of the Aberdeen fans, who were pretty loud and very vocal with him, hence the shush in a couple of minutes time. But a great goal again created by Ryan Kent, and I'm pretty sure he still gets credit with the assist when you have a shot that's palmed by the goalkeeper. I mean, that's what happens in fantasy football and Football Manager, so I'm going to take away from that game of football that Ryan Kent has left with 2 assists. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Anyway, but before we talk about Ryan Kent's second assist, we need to talk about the equaliser from Aberdeen to make it 1-1. And it came from the man who I called in yesterday's prediction video who would score. It was none other than Big Cosgrove. Now, it certainly wasn't the best we've looked all season long. It kind of rebounds out to Lewis Ferguson, who continues to be a thorn in the Glasgow Rangers side. He hits a sweet volley, ricochets off a defender, Sam Cosgrove, kind of like Alfredo Morelos, right place, right time to finish it into the back of the net. That's the 2 top goal scorers in the SPFL battling it out. Now, this is the part of the game where I kind of went, oh no, the duels were sort of jangling a little bit, thinking, is this going to be the moment, just like Kilmarnock, where we fold and just invite them in? But actually wasn't. We sort of took the game over there and took the lead 6 or 7 minutes later after the equaliser from a beautiful move, once again from Ryan Kent, running out wide into the middle of the park with the ball, hits a beautifully weighted pass into Alfredo Morelos. Now Morelos, there's a lot said about the man and what he actually brings to Rangers Football Club, but you cannot look at that second goal of the game from Alfredo Morelos and take anything away from the quality. That is absolutely brilliant. With his left foot outside the box, it's controlled, it's composed, it's clinical, and you can see what he fully means it. He's just like, yeah, I'm just going to curl it bottom bin, mate. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shush and silence the Lambs as well. Absolutely fantastic goal. Certainly his best in the Rangers shirt, in my personal opinion, and that puts us up to 2-1. Then the moment we were all hoping would actually happen, especially this week with all the conspiracy theories and all the pundits and all this and that. Rangers get a penalty. Bang! Look at it. Hands up if you want 55 to happen, McKenna. Now, I'm actually very interested to see the way the media talks about this, and one media pundit especially. Is this going to be another case of the biomechanics? Either way, though, it's a clear penalty. Tavernier steps up. He hits at the bottom right. Joe Lewis, once again, reads the actual penalty. Gets very, very unlucky with the save. But Tavernier hits it with so much composure and power, especially after a couple of days after missing his first penalty, showing he's got the mental toughness to be a Rangers captain. Smashes it in the back of the net. And it's 3-1, and you're thinking, I love life. And when that half-time whistle went, I mean, I was moonwalking on my carpet with my socks on. That is how excited and proud of that first half response from the Glasgow Rangers, especially getting drawn back to 1 each. But within 60 seconds of the second half, you are slowly reminded that you are a Rangers fan, and we never, ever do anything easy. Just get slapped back with a shovel right to the face to say, ha ha ha, nice and easy, nah nah nah. That obviously coming from the penalty kick, which was given from a corner from Aberdeen, whipped in. It's way beyond both Ferguson and Tavernier, so it's a bit of a weird one, but it is an off the ball challenge. Ferguson and Tav wrestling with each other, look like they want to be in the main event of WrestleMania. Both of them fall down, referee gives a penalty kick. Okay. Now the penalty kick once again was almost saved by the goalkeeper, this time by Shagger, who kind of gets his foot to it, but it's hit with so much power it goes straight down the middle of the park, and you can see Shagger is slightly disappointed, but you can't really take anything away. It was certainly powered into the back of the net. Then from 3-1 and comfortable to 3-2, and once again the duel start to jangle. And for the next 10 minutes, if you're a neutral, you're probably watching this game thinking this is the potentially the best game of the season, because it was truly two teams who wanted to win, really going after each other end to end. But then on the 55th minute, Scott McKenna decides to be a bit staunch and gets sent off. Now the reason he was actually sent off is he clashed with Alfredo Morelos, which they were clashing all day. It was sort of a weird one, if I'm honest with you, when I'm recording this video, as you can imagine, because it's so late at night and how long it takes to film and edit and stuff like that, I have not seen too many angles of the incident. From what I saw, the referee has sent McKenna off for dangerous play, whether he made contact or not with his foot. They kind of tangle with each other. McKenna's on the ground and he kicks his foot up. Clearly, you see what he's trying to do. He's trying to just leave a little bit on Alfredo Morelos, and from my angle, which I shared on Twitter, you can't see if he makes anything. All you do see is Alfredo Morelos drops like spuds, rolls about for 2 minutes, then gets sent off himself. That was his decision, and when you look back on it, it doesn't look pretty on either of them. But from my angle, my reaction was Morelos is trying to kick the ball away, and his foot's coming down, and Morelos has just been a little bit naughty in keeping his foot there. Could he potentially pull his foot away from the guy's gonads and no catch him? I think so, but I don't think it's a malicious stamp. I don't think he's like intentionally kicking down just to hit the guy in the gonads. On the McKenna side of things though, whenever you put your foot, your studs anywhere near a player's face, whether it hits or not, you're always going to get in trouble. And from the angle I saw, and I can imagine what the referee saw and the linesman, it didn't look right, and yeah, that was a deserved red card. So I'm not copping out or anything, I'm just giving you my honest feedback on that one. Yes, Morelos keeps his foot and I can understand why the referee sent him off, but is it malicious? I don't think so. I just think he's being a little bit naughty and saying my foot's in the way doing anyway, why am I going to pull it away? So as I knew this was probably going to be a hot topic, and again I wasn't 100% sure, I fired up on Twitter after the game had finished and asked the people, do they think Morelos' red card was deserved? Let's see the results. Wow, 1,830 votes, that's incredible. Still 17 minutes remaining, 40% votes for yes, but 60% of the people votes for no. And we'll actually leave the poll there because the video length etc will just be extortionate if we continue to read out the comments. As you can see though, the people are going with no, Morelos should not have been sent off. But the fact remains that it has been sent off, and it really ruins what could have been a perfect game for Alfredo Morelos, because he was playing unbelievably well until that collision, until that clash. He was playing fantastically. In fact, 3 or 4 minutes before that, he should have completed his hat-trick, missing a 1v1 versus Joe Lewis, who makes another phenomenal save. That's kind of like the highs of Alfredo Morelos, but then he gets involved in these wee clashes, rightly or wrongly. The referees are always looking to send him off now. We need to be a bit smarter. He needs to be a bit smarter because they're not protecting him. Whenever he gets caught in anything, he's off, he's getting a word, he's getting spoken to. Sam Cosgrove gets involved with Worrell and Goldson. It's clever centre forward play. When Morelos does it, the referee comes over and they're saying he just needs to calm down. It's weird, it's hard to explain, but Morelos, my opinion on it, was playing fantastic until he got caught up in the clash, and I think he was sent off because of his reputation as well. Now I think if you Google up nippy bum time, that will show you the last 25-30 minutes of that game of football, especially being 3-2, because in my opinion Aberdeen really took over the game after we both got the sending off. It was almost like no one told Rangers that Aberdeen also got a man sent off. They took complete control of the game and forced save after save after save from Shagger. But I actually think Gerrard deserves a lot of credit because I think he actually makes perfect substitutions. I mean, he brings on Katic, which is a defensive substitution. He brings on Koulibaly and he brings on Jermaine Defoe. I think every single one of his substitutions worked perfectly. I think if you go back to the first game of the season versus Aberdeen, Gerrard subbed on Ajayi, who's a bit more of a creative attacking midfield player, against Aberdeen, and they just ran down by him, just skipped by him and went and scored. But he went more defensive this time, and I think it worked out perfectly. Now, Shagger deserves a lot of credit because he made 3 or 4 unbelievable saves in the last 5 minutes of the game alone. He kept us in that game. However, I've got to mention, to be fair, not biased, he does do a wee bit of a dirty challenge on Lewis Ferguson where he keeps his foot up. He knows what he's doing. It's clever, it's shithousery, whatever you want to call it. He's been a bit dirty and it could have easily been a red card for him and also a penalty for Aberdeen. So he's got to be a wee bit smarter with that one, because I genuinely thought the way the referee was running, he was going to send them off. But Lewis Ferguson ends up giving him it right back as well, leaving his foot in fact kicking his way up as well. So both players were at it. It's feisty, it's a derby, it's what you want to see. I mean, if VAR was there, I think both teams would have finished with 6 men. Now, when my bum was chewing diamonds at this point in the game, round about the 96th minute, a special moment happened. Jack ran, got the ball in the middle of the park, ran right out wide, passed into Tavernier, who had a burst of energy, 96 minutes strong, runs in, making up for his penalty error, getting involved with Ferguson, passes it perfectly to Jermaine Defoe, the man who's too old. He's 36, he's a pensioner. He takes one touch and he bangs it into the back of the net, ending the game 4-2. Oh my freaking god, the relief that when he smashed that in was absolutely crazy. I've already posted stuff up on social media, but genuinely, that is what Jermaine Defoe brings. One chance, one goal, clinical, settled down. But that's my thoughts on the game. It was hard fought, it was feisty, it was a great derby tie. Aberdeen played its part in as well, got stuck in, made it a hard game. Shagger came up big when we needed him today, and right at the last minute we had a goal scorer to finish the game. What's your thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section below, because this game alone has probably got the most talking points ever, so get your thoughts and opinions out there. Now it's time to jump to Twitter and see what those mad lads have had to say. So as always, I fired up a man of the match poll. The 3 players that I picked for the man of the match was Shagger, Tav, Kent and other. Now I did go back and forth with Tavernier and Morelos. I wanted to put Morelos in, but can I really put someone in who got sent off 57 minutes into the game? I didn't think so, and when you look at it, Tavernier got a goal and an assist, a great run, and redeemed himself late on, so that is why he made it into the poll. 9% votes for Ulla, 15% votes for Tavernier. Shagger gets 29% of the votes, but once again, the man who I predicted to win the man of the match poll yesterday, by the way, Ryan Kent, wins with 46% of the votes. Callum Rankin says Shagger saved us with those saves. Welcome. Glenn Kamara says Kente, please sign him up permanently, please. Deaky Neil says chose Tav, thought he was brilliant, important 3 points. Matthew Brown says has to be Morelos or Ross McCrory, the soldier. Echo says Shagger purely because of his saves he made at 3-2, especially in the last couple of minutes. Stuart Ward says McGregor, lots of great saves. Jude says El Shaggaroo. Fair enough. Nicole Pettigrew says Morelos. Gary Thompson said he dives to the left, he dives to the right. Alan McGregor shags 10 birds a night. I apologise about the singing, by the way. Subscribe. I don't normally sing, but I will if you don't subscribe. William Wallace says has to be Morelos surely. Penna Cartel says it's still Morelos even though he played 56 minutes. Jason Ford says Kent was outstanding, so he's my man of the match, but Shagger put in some performance as well. Big save late on the game as well. And the last 2 or 3 that we'll actually read out comes from Matthew Fraser. He says Kent was outstanding that game, so was Shagger, saved us a couple of times as well, as it looked like the Dons were pushing for that 3rd goal. Then Defoe does what he does best, he is just lethal in front of the goal. Gigantic Iceberg says Alfredo, and the last one we'll read out comes from Bang, and Govan Boy says get that boy Kent signed up now. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You've heard from the people, you've heard from mine. If you haven't done so already, you know what to do by now. And also, if you would like to subscribe to the Patreon to help the channel, the link for that will be down in the description below. I'll be sieging over 992. Thanks so much for watching, and bye.